with Brian Sharfstein today at the newest location of Canadian Footwear. What a beautiful place you've got. Why don't you tell people where they can now find you?
Well, they can find us on the corner of Kenaston and Lindenwood Drive.
All right. It's an expansion. Nothing is closed. You've only added on to your growing business here.
Yes.
Started back with your folks. There's a long history to this.
Yeah, the brief is 1932. It was called Patrick's Limited. They changed the name to Canadian Footwear in the 1950s, and we've moved forward from just being a destination. We're now upscaling a little bit to be higher profile and be more visible to the community.
Well, you're certainly going to do that here in this new location. And in fact, some famous faces have come through your doors too. Let's talk about some of the people you've helped out over the years.
Well, one of the most memorable is Stompin' Tom Connors, who got all of his stompin' boots from Canadian Footwear. And we were very proud every time he'd come through. He would come with us with his entire backup, and they'd all get Western boots from us.
Amazing. What a little notch to say, something you can be super proud of. You can also be super proud of the passing of the torch, because this really is a family business.
Yes,
started with your folks, but the next generation is waiting in line.
Waiting in line, and that's really starting over the last couple of months. Certainly family. Our daughter has been with us for a number of years now, and both my daughter and son-in-law are joining us, and we're moving things up, and nothing will change. The relationships, the experiences will be as good and better than they've ever been. We're just more focused on the entire community.
Excellent. Yes, I mean, nothing changes. The same great fit, the same amazing selection, maybe just a little bit more accessible to folks who had a harder time getting to some of your other locations. This just makes it easier, doesn't it?
Yes, makes it much easier. And we're identifying the diversity of customers that we have. And so for a lot of people that may not want to go from one location to another, this is just a part of Winnipeg that we weren't accessible to. And we're seeing a lot of people coming from out of town in this part of the province.
Okay. So and people that are finding you for the first time, too.
Absolutely. A lot of new time customers coming in. And they're very excited to be here because it allows us to start new relationships, which are really important. And they really have never experienced what we provide to the customers.
Very nice. And in fact, at this particular location, more than just shoes, we talked about the history that you'll find on the walls here, but also in some of the very cool memorabilia here. Tell us some of the things that we're seeing.
Well, originally, when my father bought the business in 1932, in fact, there were a lot of artifacts, or I'll call them historic artifacts, that are vintage now, from the original Burroughs key punch computer, which wasn't a computer, through to catalogs and just different things like spats from the Church Shoe Company from the late 1800s that bankers wore. And we found all of these in the rafter, and we've brought all of these forward and made them a part of our new store so that people can really understand and see this is not just a shoe store. There's a lot of history here, proud Canadian and Winnipeg history that we're going to carry on.
It really is a beautiful place. So much to see, a little history lesson. Take it all in.
Yeah.
Congratulations on the new store.
Thank you.